I feel as though in whatever future endeavors you attempt to pursue in, the hardest thing to always do is get started. And with this philosophy, I want to try and apply this to my fitness journey, specifically calisthenic skills that I want to invest in. So in this case, it's the front lever. I've invested a lot of time to the planche. I've played around a lot with experimenting training schemes, exercises, all these different things. So I'm very familiar with the workings, rep schemes, and just in general how planche training works. But as soon as I moved onto front lever and I'm trying to orientate myself in the training scheme of specifically the front lever, I'm so confused. I I feel like I'm always finding myself. I always find that I compare my front lever training with my planche training, and I always consider so how am I going to work about isometric holds, dynamic work, and then finally bent arm work? How am I going to get these three hybrids and reconcile them to maximize my front lever gains? And what I've come to realize is that I think I'm not too sure if this is just due to my naivety, but I feel like it's harder to train front lever than it is to train planche. Although the progression is faster and it's easier to learn, or at least it's easier to obtain the front lever, the training around is a bit more disorientated. Because when it comes to training isometrics with front lever, you are only really left with the variations. So just like tuck front lever, advanced tuck, like the straddle and then the full. So you're left with these static variations, but how are you able to use something like a planche lean to adapt the leaning and to allow yourself to, feel out those leverages and still maintain the contraction while not necessarily replicating the exact static hold? So yes, you can bring in resistance bands and more tools to your advantage, but I just feel like the planche lean is so effective and adaptable, whereas with the front lever, I'm trying to find the exact same exercise that mirrors the planche lean, but I just can't seem to find it. All I'm left with is just variations in isometric holds, like front lever negatives, front lever holds with resistance bands, like front lever pull-ups, and that's it. That's the only thing I'm working with, and I don't really know what else to implement. I mean, yes, there are weighted pull-ups, and that brings increases your general baseline strength, but when we're working with specificity, it's harder to transition that raw strength into the specific strength required for the front lever. So this is really the start of my front lever journey. The future videos are really just going to be me trying to play around and just find and explore what works with the front lever and what works for me. And I'm very open to any advice everyone else has. And please give some advice in the YouTube comment sections. So that's basically it, and I'll finish it off here.